Good day, everyone. This is me again, Hart, for another video. And for today, we're going to talk about spotlight effect, but in a different light. Spotlight effect, learning spotlight effect in my own life, not just about defining spotlight effect and sharing my thoughts about it, but more of sharing my own personal experience from learning the spotlight effect and applying it on my own life. So, years ago, before I started making contents, I've learned about this psychological phenomenon called spotlight effect. So I'll be reading the definition of spotlight effect because not I've I haven't really memorized it. So the spotlight effect is a psychological phenomenon where people wait, where people overestimate how much others are paying attention to them and their actions. Essentially, individuals tend to believe they are more noticed and scrutinized by others than they actually are, particularly when it comes to perceived mistakes or flaws. So, with all of that said, what is the simple version of spotlight effect? Spotlight effect, I think, is just a psychological phenomenon wherein we think that other people are thinking about us, but in reality, they aren't. And what is what do we think that other people what we think that other people are thinking about us mostly are the things that are negative. Could be our mistakes, our flaws, or what other noticeable things that could be criticized by others to ourselves. So I've understand it as soon as I learned about it, but I haven't really had that feeling or emotion about it. I just know this psychological phenomenon. I haven't really experienced it. Maybe I did most of the time because I'm still I can say that I still am a people pleaser, but I've managed it. But being a people pleaser is connected to the spotlight effect because you're thinking so much about what other people will think about you. So instead of just disagreeing to that other person, you just agree to disagree. You just agree to disagree. So you're going out of this extremely uncomfortable situations so that you will not argue, you will not have this high emotional stress. So that you'll please the other person whom you're talking to or whom you're arguing with. So yeah, I just learned the spotlight effect. But when I started making contents, the first few weeks of making TikTok videos wherein I scripted my videos, I didn't I cannot comprehend the emotions that I've felt. It's more of an uneasy feeling, I think. The uneasiness that I felt way back those first few weeks of making contents on TikTok was not familiar to me. Although I've felt uneasy before, wherein, for example, I was so nervous of raising my hand in front of my classmates just to answer to answer in for a recitation. I was familiar in that situation, but the feeling that I had during those first few weeks of uneasiness was not or was new to me. And that's when I realized that this was the spotlight effect in action of because I treat posting contents on social media as just like public speaking, but more of a lower level one. Because through or what we say or what we can truly say about public speaking is you are in front of other people face to face. But in social media, you have this power to create videos and not really have the same effect of speaking publicly. But did this help me understand what spotlight effect mean in speaking in public, because I'm putting myself out there through the videos that I post publicly and up for scrutiny or up for up for criticization, or I'm opening myself to criticism. So after that, after a few weeks of feeling that uneasiness, I realized that, oh, the effect is real, and I shouldn't really care about much about what other people will think, because they're too busy thinking about themselves. So months went on, and spotlight effect really did help me understand that I'm so full of myself, in which what I mean is that I'm also thinking about myself too much, that other people is doing the same, and I just need to post it, just upload it, even though I'm scared of posting it, maybe because of the idea or the content that I would be posting, or just maybe for the simple reason that you're scared to be judged. And that went on, and fast forward to now, almost 4 months in of creating contents, that feeling of uneasiness still crept in. And I realized that this feeling will not go away. I will just get better at managing it. And I can say that I've been better at managing it. There are times that I would feel that, do I really, or question myself, do I really wanted to post this? Or do I, or am I thinking too much about what other people think of me because I've shared something like this? And usually, when I ask myself those questions, it's because I'm making a content about something that I know is, I think, controversial, or a lot of people is talking about it in the present moment. And I know that I don't want to fail in front of other people or say something that I don't really mean, but because I just did the content for the sake of posting it, because I just did not want to to what do you call this, break the streak of posting consistently, then I know that I will be criticized by it. But even though I felt all of that, I know that I just need to keep posting. And I know that part of posting contents on social media is that you're opening yourself up to criticism and feedback from different perspectives, from different people. And if you take it as objectively as you can see it, then you would start to see these comments, these feedbacks as data, as an information for you to improve, or for you just to read, or maybe set it aside, because maybe those comments are just mean, or those comments are just trying to evoke some emotions from you that you don't really want, or does not align with what you value, and what you provide, the value that you provide to the audience that you wanted to reach. Then you can just set it aside. But if you know that the comment that someone gave you is helping you improve, even though it sounded a little bit too harsh for you, I think you needed that. You needed it. You needed to. You need. You needed that in order for you to grow and to improve. So, what is my one takeaway for this video? Because it just got way too lengthy, because I was just explaining too much. Um, the one thing that you could take away from this video is that, in order for you to really understand the spotlight effect, you need to practice it. And one way of practicing it is doing the things that you want, but you know that you would be criticized for. And one example would be making contents on social media. And maybe it's not for you. So maybe you have other hobbies, but you can also practice it in that way, in a way that you will be criticized by others. So as you post contents like me, or as you do the things that you wanted to do and be criticized for it, then you can then get used to the feeling of being criticized, having the feedbacks in order for you to improve. And then eventually, years go on, decades go on, you've been consistent, and you see yourself as this better version, or an improved version of you that was not stagnant, that was not thinking too much about what other people think of think of you. So I think that is all for this video. Do not care about much about what other people think of you. Just do the thing that you want. So if you have any comments or any feedback about this video, you can comment on the comment section below. And as always, if you like this video, you can like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And if you want more wisdom coming right at you, then see me on the next video. Goodbye.